Say, good morning, people. I haven't recorded in a minute. I took a big break from Saturday. I had to attend a funeral. That was the last time I got on here and recorded. I've been taking care of business, to the business, for the business, and I just had to go ahead and take off a few hours so I could get everything straight with my cards and stuff. But I've been running to some amazing people, and there's a lot of amazing things been happening to me since in these last few days or whatever. Okay, for one, I got one of my homeboys waiting on waiting on his background check right now as we speak to go through so he can start Lyft driving. I've been inspiring and motivating, but this is what it's all about. Schedule ride start. Let's go. So. Okay, I got 3 days. They say my car is gonna be ready. He's gonna send me an email or a rough draft. Hopefully when I get it, I'll share that with you guys. Alright, I had an airport run.
Turn left on
I had an airport run last night. Well, early yesterday morning. And it was a couple, a guy and his wife. So I always tell people what I got going on. I tell them about how long I've been doing this, or maybe how many rides I got, within the time I got. And a lot of people seem amazed or whatever, because I've really been putting my foot in the gas. So as we get to the terminal, he asked me how far would I go out. So I told him I've been as far as like Brookhaven. And from Jackson, that's like hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, or something like that. So he told me he works at St. Dominguez. And a lot of the clinicals now, a lot of clinics and doctor offices are signed up with Lyft. I'm finna jump off the subject. So in my stock market mind, they institution bagged up. They bagged up institution. And that's what a lot of people like to get in when they buy stocks. Who they bag by, they got institutional bagging. Lyft got institutional bagging by hospitals. Something that's mandatory, that's gonna be here, they gonna be around. So he told me that the taxi cab drivers, y'all excuse me, talking kind of fast. So the taxi cab drivers are short. I guess he used what he can use. So he told me he sent the guy to Louisiana to drop off a patient. Asked me did I want in. I told him to sign me up immediately. So, and that's good. Like I told y'all, I meet a lot of amazing people within doing this, and especially going to the airports in and out of town from different spots. So I feel like that's gonna be a jump for me. With the hotel room, with the gangs coming up with Jackson State, and with this clinical drop off. And I think it'll leave me room. And open up doors for people I know. And my homeboy gonna be probably the first one. Now I took this guy, he went out of town. If he called me back, and I'm quite sure he will, because that ticket, I reserved that airplane. I deserve that excuse my language. Excuse how I'm talking. I'm speaking so fast. You know what I'm saying? I ain't cutting nothing though. I'm gonna let y'all get it raw and uncut. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna ask him when he get back, do they do runs on Saturdays? Because I got a homeboy, he worked during the week, and he's gonna start doing stuff on Saturday. But I only can take one trip down there at a time. If I'm so happy he got me on the trip and he got somebody else that need to make a run, I'm gonna turn my homeboy to him. But what I told him he need to do, he need to go ahead and get him some rides. He need to get his rides up, and he need to get his ratings up. And then he'll have credentials on there that he can, people can see as they go on there. And I brag on mine all the time to my customers. I always crack jokes and stuff like that, and let them know they can depend on me. I'm a preferred driver. preferred elite driver with a 5.0 rating. And I got all kind of badges talking about how I drive, superhero, above and beyond, and all that. So I just built up my credentials on that, and that's what I got to show to my people in the future that want me to drive for them. They got to
Turn
know
right on Martin
if
Luther King
they
Jr.
drive with a
Drive.
safe driver and all that, you know. So I think it's gonna be good, and I do think by good chance they will call me back because that ticket was $8, $9 to go get them from the airport. I clicked on it so fast, but then I'm like, damn, I'm going all the way out here for $9. But you never know what you get behind it. And then usually when I see tickets low like that, I'm gonna do it anyway. But especially for them low tickets like that, if they got any grocery, I'm gonna get it. You know, if they handicapped or elderly, I'm gonna get that anyway. Really, if you got bags, I'm gonna help you out anyway. That's just me, whether I get something behind it or not. But sometimes when I just be on it and I say I'm finna do it today, yeah, I'm working for tips. But for the elderly and the handicapped, no, it's not me. So dude come out the house with the bags. I'm popping them. I'm gonna put them up in there. Make a long story short, that man tipped me $25, man. Turned a $9 ticket to a $34 ticket. And hopefully got something that come behind it, which is the clinical runs and stuff like that. So you never know who you gonna meet, man. If you're gonna treat one special, treat all of them special. You know, that's how I am. I don't discriminate on nothing or nobody. And it worked out just fine. We got down here at the card, at the place where I'm getting my cars made. Guess how I got turned on to this guy? Picked up a teacher from Jim Hill the other day. And he just told me, we just talked, you know, I get information for different little people that I run across. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I got a little information from the guy that rode me. He said his mother and his auntie do Lyft drive. And said his auntie do clinical pickups.
Turn right
So
on
a
Martin
couple
Luther
days
King
later,
Jr.
I
Drive.
picked up somebody from the clinic and I was asking how could we get it. So she gave me the nurse number. Now the nurse tell me that it's random because they insurance pay for it. It's random that, you know, they'll pick any driver to come or whatever. Now she said the only way that you can get it on the drop off, on the pickup, as far as like taking them back home, if you be in the area and they just tap on there and they just know it's you. Other than that, there's no special calls or individual calls like that. And in a sense, I feel that's fair because you got a lot of people that's not people persons and probably don't know how to communicate, and that'll unlevel people trying to get money, because you might got some people that don't like talking and don't like money, just like to drive. But then you got some people, they may want to choose you to drive for them. But you know, I just tell them, it's just random. I can't help it, you know. So
Turn left on
it is what it
Westway
is,
Street,
man.
then turn
I
right.
think it's gonna be a great week. I think the rest of this year gonna be great. It's gonna have some humps and I'm gonna have to deal with that. It come with anything. You know, so I think it's gonna come out just fine, man. And I love inspiring people to do things. My daddy was an educator, so we just running my family. My sister, both of my sisters. You know, so it's just in me.
In 3/4 of a mile,
It's in me, man.
arrive at the pickup.
So yeah, back to the institution of backing on Lyft driver. On the Lyft. I'm quite sure Uber probably do the same thing. I don't discriminate on Uber. I just know that improved my background check, and I don't hold a grudge on that. I'm gonna try them again. Because sometimes I run out my 12 hours with Lyft. You know? But it's always Lyft first, just like First Transport. First Choice Transport. It's First Choice Transport / Lyft. Whichever one you want to put first. I ain't down in that. But anyway, just real exciting for me. Working on it. Man, I'd be glad when those cars come because I can stop telling people I gotta get some cars made or I'm gonna get some cars made. And I have people that ask me for cars. And I don't have them. You know what I mean? So I had to cut the time off or cut my app off to go ahead and make time to do that. You know, so I think it like 500. It's 55 for 250, 65 for 500. And I don't know how much it was for 1,000. I can't remember him telling me, but I want the 1,000. Give me 1,000 cards.
Arrive at pickup.
And I'm gonna spread them out strategically. And I'm also gonna put them in the hands of my friend that asked for it at the hotel. And I really don't want to take her to nowhere else, to no hotel, unless they gonna do like her. But ain't nobody gonna treat you like no friend, man. So it is what it is. I go in there and talk to people if I can, and I might know them. I done seen my daddy plenty of times in the garden. We growing stuff, and that man, like, they had a Piggly Wiggly in Ridgeland back in the day. Now it's a Hudson Savage or a radio store or something like that, or the building's still there. But in that area, in that parking lot or whatever, I seen my daddy for myself go in there and talk to the produce manager of the store. Next day, we bring them tomatoes, okra. They selling our stuff in their store. So it's all about a price. It's all about a deal and who you talk to. I seen him do that, and I followed his footsteps on a couple of things like that. If y'all familiar with Big Mamas, when it was out there on Suncrest, across the street from Suncrest in South Jackson, when it was across the street from Traxler School of Hair, where I used to attend. And there was also a Piggly Wiggly behind it, so in that same little parking lot right there. So she come across the street to get some greens one day. And next thing you know, I'm going to pick up fresh greens so she could sell in her restaurant. If y'all didn't know it, this is the Piggly Wiggly over here on Meadowbrook. They was getting their greens from a guy, a Caucasian guy, right over here on County Line Road. That man growing them in his field, and he was growing them a special way. We used to get our green, our seeds, and we take the little hoe, and my dad already rolled it up on the tractor, so we go down there, we take the hoe and we knock the big clumps, the big dirt clumps off. We knock the big dirt clumps off the row, and then we come back, we get the hoe turned sideways to the little sharp part of it, and we go down the whole row, making a little trench. And then we go back and sprinkle the green seeds down in there. And then you just come back with a rake and lightly cover it up. That's how we was growing ours. So we had just greens just coming out the little spot, just all by each other. This man was using a machine, and he was getting them put a foot apart. One seed, drop it. One seed, a foot apart. And by you giving it space, the greens have more room to grow and they get bigger. So he had green leaves this big on collards and mustard, real big. Turnip bottoms was like this. He used to use ammonia night 13, ammonia night 13 or something like that. So that's what a lot of growers use when they want to get their turnip bottles bigger than softballs. So, but like I said, make a long story short, that guy was getting his greens from a man that's growing them local. So you never know who you run across. You never know what you can make out of it. You know, all you just got to do is be man enough to accept what they tell you. And if you can accept no, you'll ask anybody, especially for a business. I done that. Now, I'm going to tell you on another occasion where I used to pick the greens at in Ridgeland, across the street from Sunnybrook Children's Home. Had a 3-acre garden out there. This particular time, this guy come by, and he wanted some greens. Just so happened, he was the produce manager at this little spot in the Renaissance. I think it was Market something. I forgot the name of it, but I'm always in Renaissance dropping people off, and I'll get the name if I can remember, and I'll share it with you on another video. So I started taking him greens by the store. Once people see fresh stuff, when it's out there in their face and they get a taste of it, they get a whiff of it, they're going to want it. Or anything good that you got. know. So Pop used to tell me always, cause he come out there one time, I kind of had ran through people come by and stuff, and there was greens kind of on the table. It was kind of scattered, like. So he used to tell me always keep your table full so it could look like something. And that's what I did. I always kept it full so it looked decent. Even when I was selling at the school, I come out there either that morning and pull them, and I take them out there. And when I wash them off, I stack them on top of the truck. I have my collars at the bottom. I have my mustards at the top, and we had and we was growing turnips. Now the collars that year I was buying them from the same guy I was telling you that putting them in Piggly Wiggly. So I stack them collards, mustards. I had a turnips, and I had this green called kale. It's a green called kale, and it's a garnishment kale too. This kale green was popular in California. Hold on one second. Hey Sharon, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Am I at the right house address?
What color is your car?
Black. Oh, I'm at 41. I'm at 4122. You at 4118.
Wrong. I was wondering. I said, is that you?
I'm sitting down here. I'm just sitting. I seen this door popped open, so I was wondering if it's you. And then I'm talking on YouTube. Do you mind? I record content. Do you mind being on here while I record? I'm just talking about some things.
That's fine.
That's cool. Okay.
So, I'm so funny though.
Oh, that's funny. You watching me just sit there.
I did you any kind of way, didn't I?
That's all right.
I was just sitting there. I'm like, wait a minute. Is that? Well, they always had.
I ain't gonna talk about you. You still got this phone going though. This echo going on in here while you trying to joan on me in front of my people. Say y'all, this is Sharon. Y'all know I don't get too many people on here because I don't. I'm trying to get in the used to swallow my pride exit people, but she's here. So she's just gonna listen in today. We ain't gonna ask you nothing special today because I usually ask people about what that's going on. But like I was
Take
saying,
that right. Take that right.
Okay, we're going to Jackson Mile. But like I was saying, that it's this green called kale.
In 300 feet.
That grows and people don't know, and it's a garnishment. But we had to get the kale growing real tough, and I never ate none of it until my grandmama. I went in the house one day and she had some cooked, and I tasted
In 3/4 of a
and
mile.
I asked her what kind of green it was. She said that was the kale, and it actually tastes like mustard and a turnip mixed together already. So I said, Grandma, I said, that's that green out there we never picked. She said, yeah. I said, okay. So when I tasted it, I started picking them. And by this time, they spread it real big because I wasn't picking them. So we got a few rows of these fresh, and it's full. All the rows full. So I pulled them, and I put some on the table. Some people came by and they asked about it. Some knew about it, and some didn't. The ones that didn't, guess what I did? I gave them some to taste for free. And they came back, and they went to buying them. So it's all about how you present yourself and what you got, you know. So we got Miss Sharon in here. I'm gonna cut it short on that. Hey, Miss Sharon.
Can you please sell me some kale? I work in nutrition, so I know exactly how nutritious kale is.
Okay.
And I make it in smoothies and all that type of stuff.
Okay. We got another green thumb back here. Now this what I was telling them. I was really taking them back. I was just really taking them back, telling them some things. We don't have that garden anymore, but I was just letting them know about some things, where I come from and how my dad used to go in stores like Piggly Wiggly, going in and talk to the produce man. Next thing you know, we bringing them our tomatoes the next day for them to see.
For real?
It was a Piggly Wiggly that was in Ridgeland years ago on 51.
Yeah.
They got a Hudson Savage in that same little parking lot now. That used to be Piggly Wiggly. Right there next to they also had a place that hook up radios and stuff right there. And then they had a big gym.
Can
My
you
grandma
go to
used
farmer's market
to,
and get a spot?
you can no, we never went down there to get a spot. But we used to go down there sometimes to buy like containers to sell our stuff in. Yeah, you remember those little cardboard containers they used to have?
Wood where you put peaches and stuff like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But now I'm gonna tell you what my daddy used to do too, and I picked up on that. He used to go down there and price they bushels of peas. It used to be a bag about this long. I don't know how much they were selling there for, but we started
Like
selling
it
now
was.
for $18. Peel, I mean the Purple Heart peas was already shelled, and it was.
I went and got some.
You did.
Oh,
We used to sell everything: Purple Heart peas, okra, tomatoes was the most, watermelon, cantaloupe. No, man. When my dad passed a few years ago, I asked one of my brothers, did they want to keep up the field? And I was just gonna do one simple thing. See, my dad used to do a lot. You know, he used to have corn, okra, all kind of stuff. Strawberries one year, sugar cane, you know. But this my thing right here. I was just gonna put one product right there, so we can have a bunch of just one, and it was gonna be the simplest thing you can grow, which is greens.
green.
Yep, greens and peppers.
Turn
And
left.
I want to tell you why I wanted to get on the peppers. We used to do a field 2 times a year. The summer crops, and then we used to have the winters, which is just the winter greens. So from the summer, we'll have the jalapeno peppers, cayenne peppers, and the bell peppers. They'll just sit. Now when it's time to plow the field for the greens and the winter, my dad will cut them up. You know what I'm saying? Every year he cut them up. They've been turned red. They stayed on there so long. So I'm out there just working. I ain't got old enough to run the field by myself. Man, he was just dividing the money up. So I said, I ain't finna let these these peppers go to waste. So I went and got me some 5-gallon buckets, and I put a pepper in each can. I filled one up with each can of pepper. I washed them out, took them home. This one Fred's was on State Street. They had a gallon of vinegar, $1.50.
Right.
They had mason jars. 12 of them came in a pack for like $8.
You smart.
Quart
So
jars.
you made your own pepper sauce.
Made my own pepper sauce. Took it, washed it off. I boiled that vinegar. First of all, I boiled the water. I scoured my jars out.
Right.
I want you to hear the last of the story before you get out too.
Oh, I got time.
All right. So I washed my jars out.
Turn
Scald them out.
Then take a
All right.
slight
Now I got my stuff boiling. While my vinegar boiling, I'm stuffing my jars. Some of them the same colors, and then some of them I mixed the colors in them. Stuffed them. Hold it in there, put the mason jar, boom. I got jars of these because I didn't clean up the whole field. I didn't let damn pepper go to waste. Now, remind you, in 05 I had to go away for a minute. I got into some trouble. My dad came visit me one day. My dad was sending me $60 every other week. $50, $60 every 2 weeks. And now you can make it, have a locker box full of stuff. By the time I'm eating my last noodle, it's time for me to I already filled out my stuff to make stove. Y'all know what I'm
take a
talking about.
slight left.
So by the time stove come,
In 60
I got my last noodle,
drop
but the
off
stove coming next day. It touch you how to budget in there too. So my daddy come see me. I'm in Yazoo. We on the patio talking. He said, we just talking, and he just say, do you know where I've been getting? You know where you been getting that money from? You know where that money been coming from? Where I've been sending you? I said, no. He said, you don't know where that money been coming from? I said, I was selling my pepper sauce jar for $4. Pop say, I started selling your pepper sauce for $5. And that's the money you've been getting. When I got home, I still had pepper sauce up in there. And I started going to school, back to school at Tracks, the school of her. And I had greens out there, and I had my pepper sauce jars out there selling them for $5. So that's why I wanted to do the pepper sauce, because I know this stuff can last.
Exactly.
You feel me? It'll last.
I know.
So that's why I wanted to get back up in there.
See,
Because he
and
blowed my mind when he told me that. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. And I need to pray for you. Because I pray you get that entrepreneurial spirit on you.
Yeah,
Because we got Trump in here,
yeah,
and he's trying to he making groceries go high,
yep,
and produce is going to waste.
yep.
And we need we need our own local farmers and people that we
I
can
want
go
to do
get
that.
our food.
My brother acted like he was gonna be so hard, like he can't really just do it without. But he was the first one to stop working out the field because he was the oldest. I was the last one because I was the youngest.
Yeah.
And what made me want to get up in there, my daddy told me to go get him a pizza, bring him a $5 pizza from Little Caesar. That's when they were $5. Now they $13.
Yeah.
I just bought one for somebody the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pop,
Yeah.
he said, I'm gonna pay you when you get here. So when he went in his pocket, he didn't want to leave the field because he out there selling stuff by himself. When he went in his pocket and pulled that $5 out to give me, he pulled out a knot like this. And I said, Daddy, I need to have one like that. What I need to do? Come out to the field. And I was out there the next day. The next day, I was out there. I was out there. So he just let me kind of run the field. But like I say, to make a long story short, I was the last one to leave from the field. So my brother and them didn't really see no money the way I did. So they looked at things. He might have had a different insight on what was going on out there. All he probably could think about is the hot sun and not getting no money, because at that time we was working for free. Fago Drinks and Sound. We
Yeah,
want Dad to
y'all
stop us and get us something to eat. Dad, can you stop and get us something to eat on the way home? Your mama cook. You know what I'm saying?
But your daddy he had that saving spirit.
Cheap.
You know, it wasn't cheap.
Budget.
Yeah, that's
Budget.
it. That's it.
Yep.
Because he wanted to put more money into what he was doing, and he knew that it would make it would make him prosper.
Yep.
Not McDonald's, not all them. You know, the thing you need to do is get that same spirit your daddy had. You know, and just think about health, because now since I worked in nutrition, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are all these sick patients and things like that and everything.
I'm listening.
You know, the food is so manufactured to the point where it's not really getting people well. It's getting them well enough to get out of the hospital, but it's not really keeping them out of the hospital.
Yep.
You know, and we want to try to get people well to the point where they're eating nutrition. You know, pills don't do nothing but put a Band-Aid on the problem.
Yep. They didn't have all them pills back then.
Right.
And you know what else they didn't have? And all these people catching cancer. My grandmama used to take that big old heavy iron pot. When it's just time to heat up some food, it's either on the stove or in that oven. That microwave is killing us. A lot of these preservatives is killing us. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But they lived a long life back then.
Exactly.
And what they would eat, you know what
it.
my grandma used to eat sometimes? I used to come in there, she eat tomato sandwich. And I ain't see how she do it. I came in there hungry one time and got a piece of hood. So I started making me tomato sandwich. Straight tomatoes, mayonnaise, salt and pepper on the tomatoes, and bread.
That thing off the chain.
Yeah, you know what else she used to do?
What?
Cook turnips by themselves. Butter, salt, and pepper, and eat them just like that. I did the same thing.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Every time I get a burger from the fast food, I'm taking the tomato off first.
Because it's nasty.
It ain't got no taste.
It was so funny.
It ain't got no taste.
My boss came in and bought a whole bunch of watermelon, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you could taste was the water, not the melon.
Listen.
So that's why I'm saying these fake foods. I say everybody was like, "This ain't no Smith County water. This ain't no Simpson County watermelon." You know what I'm saying?
We had Simpson County watermelon right there in Reason.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And
Because the food, my uncle, my great uncle, used to grow his watermelons. They'd be the sweetest thing.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
You know who this is?
No, I don't, but I'd like for you to tell me. I'll see you later. What's your name?
Sharon Parker.
Sharon Parker.
I hope I get you again, because we need to talk about that.
Huh. Hold on, give me 1 second. Put my number in your phone. Call me.
Okay.
Say, man, like I just told y'all, some people, hey, excuse me, babe, hold on, hold on right quick. Like I just told y'all, some people ask for my number. They can't help it, man. They can't help it. So all you classmates that y'all know, I'm picking up them kids, you see how it's trained to trust me? I don't see why there ain't no reason I can take them kids to that game, not miss that kickoff, pick them up from school or anything. Trust your boy. I got a 5-star rating.
What's your number?
601
601
456
456
1026.
10. Oh man, you said 1026 is gonna be in my mind.
Yep, 456
I'm gonna call
1026.
Okay, 1026.
Yep.
Well, I need to call. I need to call you and you continue on doing what you're doing, because this right here is gonna be the wave of the future. You
Thank
don't
you.
understand it, but it's gonna be the wave of the future.
Okay, thank
Because
you.
people always gotta eat.
Right. I see you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Who is this?
You picked me up yesterday. I had like blue hair.
Christian Brotherhood. You need a ride?
Uh-huh.
I'm heading over there now.
Alright,
We'll talk about that when I
Thank
get
you.
there. You
All right.
Okay, all right. Y'all see it in live action. Y'all see it in live action. And we still rolling. And we still rolling. Now, let's see. Christian Brotherhood. Gonna go this way. Sneak out this way right here. So, yeah, man. I'm glad she jumped in on that little interview. That was right on time. I got to tell Miss Sharon, one day I came over there one morning, tried to call her through the app, and she wouldn't pick up the phone. I waited so long, it was about 2, 3 in the morning. I had to leave. I think that was her. I try not to leave my people, but, you know, they'll count that against us sometimes, it's counting a ride. But then again, they got 5 minutes to come out, and when that thing say, let's go, let's ride, I don't think that'll count against me. And if you waited so long through the 5 minutes, they still pay you. I done had rides for $8 and waited so long, people didn't come, I just go ahead and cancel. And they pay me $10. So it depends on how long you wait or how much your ride is like that. But I don't like counseling. I like people to depend on me. You know, that's just what that is. I ain't doing nothing but driving, waiting. You know, but you got so long to wait. Don't have me waiting like that. You know, you got to, everything comes with rules. I got to abide by the rules that they give me, and they have to abide by the rider rules. It's simple. You know, and I'm a very understanding person. Very.